Brayden, it smells like finals out there.
Yeah, it does.
Did you feel it?
It does. We had an open training today, and there's quite a few people out there, and we want to bring our fans along for the ride with this. I said it last year, and I'll say it again, but they're a different breed come finals, and going into finals last year, it's quite amazing to see what they bring to the table, especially in finals time. So I personally can't wait to get out there Thursday and hear them go crazy.
You seem like the kind of guy where that extra pressure and intensity and physicality will just get your juices flowing. Is that accurate?
Yeah, you could say that's accurate. I love big games. I love playing in finals football. I feel like I adapt to it pretty well, and it's not just me, but I feel like the whole team adapts to finals football. Our brand stacks up in finals footy, so I'm really excited to see what we can do.
You're not one to shy away from a physical challenge out there. We love seeing it. You've got your eye on anyone in particular?
Every single one of them. Not anyone in particular. I mean, I just want to play a fair game, and like I said, it's finals football, so it's going to be pretty intense when we go out there. But it's going to be on.
I remember last year, Ed Langdon said the Pies all duck on no dinner, and you sort of get out straight after the first round. So do we expect something?
Yeah, look, that's in the past. It's well and truly in the past. That was what happened last year. I'm focusing on right now, and yes, it was quite funny, but I sort of laugh when that comes up because it's funny that I was able to get my first hands on him. So, like I said, that's in the past, and I'm looking forward to getting out there this Thursday. Sorry.
Speaking of right now, been a captain for the last couple of weeks. How have you enjoyed that sort of different take on things on game day?
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal. I mean, sort of 9 years ago when I walked into the club, I didn't think I'd be able to run and lead the boys out and be the captain of this great club that I love. But it was a great opportunity to lead in a different way, and I felt like I did it pretty well, and I really, really enjoyed the moment leading them out, and it's something I'll cherish forever.
What sort of things changed for you on game day when you were the captain? Were you giving the rev up pre-match?
Yeah, so nothing really. I just went about my business as I normally do, and doing the coin toss and all that was something that I'll never forget. I really enjoyed that, and then running back to the group and talking to the group. So, like I said, it's something I'll never forget and I won't take for granted.
Are you practicing those pre-game speeches or just from the heart?
Yeah, I sort of speak a bit better when I speak from the heart and it's sort of in the moment. So I did think about it every now and then during the day, but I didn't want to dwell on it. Whatever came out of my mouth came out of my mouth. But I felt like I did a pretty good job.
Fair share of experience in finals now. Brayden, what have you learned over the years about you got close a couple of times?
Yeah, we have. I mean, last year I felt like we were running on a bit of adrenaline. Two pretty intense games, and I feel like we're a lot more prepared this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. It's finals football. It's a different game. You got to be ready.
Already for you recruits over the off-season, we talked about that so much earlier in the year. But do you feel like Bobby and Dan this day, Billy Frampton and other guys have brought through that give you an edge this year?
Absolutely. You can clearly see over this year what they've been able to bring to the table. They're very important players to our 22, and I love playing with all of them. They're such great talents, and they all bring a bit of X factor. And they're great fellas off the field as well. Like I feel like we've all been able to connect with each other quite well, and we've welcomed them in pretty well.
You touched on. Sorry.
What would it mean for Brayden Maynard to be a premiership player, as mentioned, for those sort of final shortcomings? Do they drive you further?
They do drive me and the team further. I don't really want to think about that too much now, though. We want to live in the present and take it day by day, and we want to get better every day when we walk into the club, and that's a big mantra of ours, and Flo harps on that, getting better every day, and we just want to focus on the next day and not too far ahead of us.
You touched on that about 9 years ago, that maybe you wouldn't have seen yourself where you are now. You're an All-Australian defender, you've been the captain of the Collingwood Footy Club. What's changed between those early days in the system to now?
I've definitely grown up. I've learnt a lot over sort of a 9 year period, but I absolutely love sort of the way I've been taught. Of course, people that come into the AFL system straight away, they're learning. They don't understand what you need to do, and I feel like I learnt my own way, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, I did learn a lot, and it's gotten to me where I am today, and some of the conversations I've had along the way were pretty hard hitting, but yeah, conversations I'll put in the back pocket forever.
What were some of those conversations? Was that sort of just around?
I've spoken to the media multiple times about it, but they were just conversations that I had with the leadership group, which was a pretty big leadership group. Back then, there was about 8, 9, 10 of them, and it was pretty confronting. But yeah, it was all a learning curve and something I'll, yeah, like I said, put in my back pocket because I always go back to the basics, and I feel like I've changed a lot.
Do you look to sort of one player or figure that you were able to mould yourself on and sort of look to as a?
I feel like I'm a pretty unique individual, so I didn't really want to base my leadership or my playing style off anyone else. Like I felt like I am who I am, so I was growing every day, and I felt like my leadership on field was something that I always had. It was just learning how to lead off field, and I learnt that from other boys in the leadership group, such as Pendles, Howie, Ruffy was in there, Brody was in there, D Moore, Taylor Adams. So those boys, having them alongside me and to look up to is something that I'll be very thankful forever.
The D's have got a few boys that won't back down as well. Is this, like, do we sort of get ready to watch a cage fight early doors on Thursday?
Yeah, they're going to come out fighting as well. They're a very contested football side, and I'm very excited to see what we can do. But they're going to bring the heat as well. So first round of finals, it's going to be on. Both very defensive mindseted teams. So mate, I can't wait to get out there and play them. It's getting me quite tolly talking about it.
About Darcy's captaincy, like what it's been like this year and journey with him as the captain in 2023.
Yeah, D Moore. I mean, two very different captains in Pendles and D Moore, but they've both been able to be extreme leaders in their own right. I mean, D Moore, the way he speaks to the media, the way he does public speaking post games is probably the best I've ever seen, and the way he leads on and off the field is unbelievable to see, and he helps learn and helps teach players every day, so it's good to be sort of underneath him. And then we also have a few of the other boys that are combining together to make this really powerful leadership group.
Brayden, you've become one of the most universally respected players in the game, not just from your own fan base, but from the whole footy world. Do you feel the love both from the fans, from your own club, and also the footy world at large?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do love all the love that I do get from everyone, but I try to narrow my focus into what really matters, and that's inside the four walls of the football club. So, I listen to my coaches, I take feedback on properly, and all the external noise, I do listen to it. It's there, it's in social media, and I do enjoy it, but I got to come back to who I really am as a player, and just focus on myself. Thanks, guys.